I would say like just a few days ago. Today is Saturday, so Wednesday evening I went to a UFO meeting, and after the meeting we all went to like an outside restaurant thing where we were having drinks, and I had this chain around my neck. It's never bothered me before. I've been wearing it for a year, never had anything like this happen. And I was going to talk to one of the investigators, well-known person, television person with UFOs, and I felt this horrible burning sensation on my neck, and I just dismissed it. I figured, well, maybe I got bit by a bee or a bug or something, I don't know. And I had to move the chain a little bit, and one of the other women said, let's run to the ladies' room. So I went with her, and I said, would you look at my neck? It hurts pretty bad. And she looked at it, she went, oh my God. She said, your chain is embedded in your neck, and it's very red. And she pulled the chain out of my neck. It made a popping sound.
Oh.
It was disgusting, yeah. And she said, I've never seen anything like this. And she said, does it hurt? And I said, yeah, it feels like a burn. And I went to the doctor's just yesterday. And she looked at it, the nurse looked at it, and the doctor said, I've never seen anything like it. I've never heard of anything like it. It has to be put under unexplained. You know? And for her doctor to say that. But when I told them the story, they all shrugged, but then when they saw it, they went, oh my God. Everybody that saw it, oh my God. But right now, it's started to heal over, but there was a line across my neck, very red, very angry, and you could see the indentation where the necklace actually went into my neck. So, and then today we tried to set up for this recording, and I got violently ill. I was throwing up in the bathroom. I thought I was going to pass out. That's not like me. I don't do that. And when the interviewer arrived, his equipment was messing up pretty bad. The computer crashed. And what else happened?
I think the health issues are much more important.
Yeah.
And so we suspect that it was somebody's microwave or some other sort of radiation.
Yeah, it felt like some type of radiation.
Did you feel, well, except that the necklace was burning, did you feel anything else?
My neck felt like it was hot.
Well, how about the head? Did you feel?
No, just it was directed to, only at my neck, in one small area.
Was it because of the necklace or independent of that?
Independent of the necklace, because the necklace has never bothered me. I've worn it for a year.
Well, I mean, if it was a microwave, it probably like would affect you anyway. But the necklace sort of warmed up, and
yeah,
that was kind of gave you some feeling. But if it wasn't a necklace, would you feel it?
It felt like a burn.
Because of the necklace?
Yes.
Okay.
It got hot. It embedded itself in my neck. I've never experienced anything like that. Nope. And the pain, it still hurts.
Do you remember what was behind you? Was there like a suspect with a microwave gun shooting in you? Or
I didn't notice anything behind me.
where were you sitting? Was it like outside?
Just right outside the door, with a group of people.
Were you facing
You were there.
the building or facing?
My back was to the building.
So if somebody had to shot with a gun, electromagnetic gun, he would have to be shot from the. But I don't think there was any windows.
They can do it from space because it was an open sky.
Invisible.
It could have been.
Has to be sitting up there, and it should be shot in.
It could have been done from a satellite, I think.
Yeah, satellite. Yeah.
Yeah, and that sounds crazy.
Could it be that your implant was doing that?
No, because I've never experienced anything like that. And I've had my implants since I was 11 that I know of.
I also could imagine that if you had strong your own electromagnetic field, maybe that was warming up your, because you had strong emotions, you were talking about your experience. Could it be that your field was heating up the necklace and it wasn't any evil, other beings doing that? Maybe it was just naturally your field and the necklace. Maybe you radiated microwaves.
Well, it's possible. I don't know. I don't know that much about the topic. I'm just saying what I experienced, and something happened. Something, even the doctor said that they can't explain.
I mean, if there was a field, electromagnetic field, and if the necklace was metal, then the current could be induced in the circuit which was made by the necklace.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
But then the necklace has to be circular
Like
and all.
But why didn't it burn me anywhere else? That's what I want to know. It was because
was it a complete circle, or it was like a broken circle with some dielectric insulator between the beads? Was it like complete closed circle? It was open circle. Do you know?
No, it's an entire chain necklace that completely went around. It was all connected. In other words, it was if you were going to make a circuit, it was a complete circuit.
So maybe the presence of the second researcher, two big, people with a lot of passion just came together, and maybe two of you or three of you generated that field that created a current which burned you. Maybe there was no evil man leg behind you.
I don't, because I've never had a bad experience where I was punished or physically in that way. I don't know. All I know is I received a burn for unknown reasons on my neck, whether it was my energy, because I've had my energy act strange especially after an abduction. Or if I got upset when I'd be at work, I used to pass meds as a nurse and work nights, and I would walk by TVs and they would just flicker on. And the aides used to run around and shut them off and get freaked out. Because I would walk by, even at home, if I was upset, the TV would pop on or change channels. Or I know it sounds crazy, but
no, it's typical.
Yeah, so it could have been my energy.
Let's connect a few facts. So when you were scheduled for MRI, you had a helicopter visit. Was it that connected?
The copter came before the scheduling of the MRI, but what happened was, with that visit, they said they wanted to prove that the regressions are wrong. So they were going to make me forget that visit at that moment. When I woke up in the morning, I would have no memory of it. Okay? All we remembered when we woke up was the phone rang, nobody was on it, and my sister said, I had the strangest dream. I dreamt I was talking to someone but really intelligent, but they weren't human. And I said, oh yeah, and I didn't even talk about it. And then I went to the investigators, I think it was a day or two later, and he said, when was the last time you were visited? And I said a date, and I know it was way off. And then he does the regression. This is in the regression, I'm sorry. And none of it made any sense. And so I felt funny. I felt off. And my sister was with me. She was my support person. After we left the investigator's house, I get in the car, I slam the car door, not slam, I shut it. Is that instant, that sound, all the memories of the 2 days before came rushing back into my head, and the words that they were going to prove to me the regressions were wrong. And they did. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, these regressions are feeding people false memories.
Okay. So, coming back to the question, now when you're talking about your experiences to a famous researcher, you get burned by your necklace going around your neck. That time when you were talking to another researcher, like many years ago, you were punished in a way by a helicopter, and there was maybe something else. But have you have that pattern when you talk to some researcher, then you get kind of punished by that?
No, but I think the copter was a government helicopter because I talked to the investigator and I asked if the government was listening in on him, and he said yes. And I think that I was maybe a threat or something because I knew so much. My memories.
Necklace is also could be government punishment.
Yeah, it
I
could
mean,
be.
a government
Yeah.
satellite would shot microwave focused on your neck, and they probably didn't pay attention that you have a necklace, and that's why they burned you.
Yep.
Otherwise, they probably would shut it and you have some other control over you, mind control. But maybe necklace protected you from mind control.
Yeah. I know because the beings told me that that they didn't want me to come forward because they felt like I would be in danger. That's what they said.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Now we wrapped up, and hope to continue.
Okay.